Boom, boom, this is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Destiny Child up today. So we got Ragna Season 11 is up and online. So let's take a look at what we got going on. So first of all, Lewin is the boss. So we've got King's Lancer Lewin, and she's an attacker. She's got a pretty good set on here. She does some corrosion. This is what you're going to see when you get her at level 40, which is what you have to do to make the Slayer grade, so you can start doing the Slayer raids. She has a pretty good debuff resistance and a debuff cut for the ass, so she's got a pretty good set here. Deals damage to all enemies and she gains fortitude. It deals damage to 3 enemies with the corrosion, which does 100 damage over time, every 2 seconds, in proportion to the target's debuffs. So if you have 4 debuffs, it's going to increase the damage on you, and it's added slide skill def. And then just damage, 25% damage to any's lowest hit points. So she does a lot of stuff, needless to say. So she's going to be a pretty interesting boss. She is of course wood, so you want to bring fire. That would be your best bet, of course, going up against, because fire does have the elemental advantage against wood. You can also bring light, dark, and wood, of course, but they will just be equal. They won't have the advantage. And you want to try to avoid water if at all possible, simply because water has the elemental disadvantage to wood. So that's a pretty good boss. But yeah, get the humping on that. It just went live this morning. So you got this. The Rumble Challenge is still going on for another 8 days. You get it. You want to, you should be doing this, but it started, on the last thing. So, but if you do it 100 times, you get a plus 15 orb selection box, which means you'll be able to bring up an item all the way up to 15 instantly, and you get to choose what you want it to be. So that makes pretty nice. But you got to do 100 times. You don't have to actually win. You just have to participate. So you should be doing it every day. It's got another 8 days left. So you're going to have to purchase quite a few tickets if you want to have enough time to get 100 before it ends. But you might want to focus on that if you already have been. Keep doing it so until it comes up. So that's a good way to get a selection ticket for a piece of equipment. Then you've got the standard, take Lewin up to 60, level 60, 6+ on the limit break, and you get the crystals and some napping places for that. Then they've got a bunch of missions in here for the draw. The summon for this is Fail Not. She is the upchild here. So proud Fail Not. If you do the story dungeon, we'll go over the event here shortly. But you definitely want to pull on this and try to get her if you can. I've already done it a couple of times. I haven't managed to snatch her up yet. But it's the one and out. So once you get her, it closes. You can't do it anymore. So hopefully I'll be able to get her. Nope, not again. So I've been having really bad luck on these draws as of late. I just haven't been getting the child within a reasonable amount of time, and they're not childs I really want to focus on that much, so I've been worried about it. But yeah, so it is what it is. It's 3%, so it's gotcha. So sometimes it hits you, sometimes it doesn't. So let's take a look at what we got on the Ragna break. We got on the mission. 39, that you get from a Piercing Lewin from here. So that'll be 1 copy. You can also get them from the raid shop. Now, as you do the first 4, of course, you get Lewin. Second time will be her weapon, her Knight's Piercing Spear. Third one is, of course, the armor, which is her uniform. Fourth is her medal, which is her accessory. And then you get another copy of her on the 5th. So this is a chance to get a +2 just from, within the actual event. So that's pretty nice. And remember, you got to go beat the level 40 boss to get into the Slayer. And Slayer is where you get most of your slaying points at. Oh, don't forget to do the dungeon. Don't forget to do the raid story, because it's a great story. They did an excellent job. It's hilarious. So you might want to go in there and check that out. Go through it. It was it's base. It's easy to do. You can do it with a base team, not a problem. New Devil Pass is up. So you get the standard. If you finish it up, you get a 5-star ticket. If you do purchase the seal, Archdevil seal removal, you get another copy of Lewin, and you get Lewin's skin as well, and you will get Failnaught skin as well. So Failnaught is in the story dungeon, so you get to hear a little bit about her from within that in that format. She is she's just a good friend to Lewin, so it ties into the story well. So they got the notice on the I'll stop here on how to do it if you're having trouble. The way you get 5 free tickets each time that you can purchase in the raid shop. Right here, there's 5 free tickets. You get those automatically. They're free. You purchase them and they'll take you directly to the boss. The other way to get the boss is just simply play the story mode. Okay, as you're going through the story mode, make sure that you have the box checked to stop for raid bosses. And each time a raid boss comes up, you'll see it. You'll be able to click on it, accept it, and go to the boss. And you got to do that until you get to level 40. See it 40 times basically. So to get to Slayer, and then once you get to Slayer, you can participate in everybody else's raids, and that's where you start to really earn a lot of the coins and stuff that you need, to make the actual to get all to start purchasing it, because the prices on this stuff increases dramatically as you go up. The next 4, I think it jumps up like 10,000, and then and then after you've cleared all these and cleared the 5th level, they usually throw up some skins. You usually like get a spa skin or something like that from as after you've cleared 5. The shop will give you those, but they're expensive. I mean, you're like 100,000, 200,000 for those. So you need to get a lot of Ragna coins, and Slayer Raid is the best way to do that. But you can't hit Slayer Raid until you hit level 40, until you defeat the level 40 boss. Your level 40 boss, not someone else's. You have to do it 40 times. And once you've done it 40 times and defeat her at level 40, then you'll be able to enter the Slayer Raid and start participating with other. And that's where you get a lot. That's where you get most of your coins at. It's from the Slayer. So you definitely want to get to the Slayer Raid. You should be able to get enough coins probably just by doing the actual, without doing Slayer, but it's going to be really hard and be really close. But if you get Slayer, you're guaranteed to get it, and you'll be able to get the extra coins that you need if you want to pick up a spa skin or something along that lines. So it's definitely something to focus on. So you want to use, the summons. You've got Failnaught right here. You've got Love and Hate Dabby. Now this was the Dabby that we had a while back. In that event, whenever Dabby was kidnapped, and they sort of did something to her and separated her into 2, and then in the event they joined her back. They got her all back together and everything. Well, so they're having you have a chance to get another copy of her if you don't have her and whatnot. And then just the standard premium summons. They've got best Ragna Childs for the Break. You'll notice these. That's Dana, Prophet Dana, and that's I think that's Lita, Christmas Lita right there. But as you know, Fire Childs. Okay, not sure why they have a Water Child in there. That would not be one choice that I would suggest to actually bring it. She does have. Don't get me wrong. She has an excellent kit, but Thisbe's water, so she's going to have the elemental disadvantage against that. So if you do end up taking her, make sure that you've definitely got Prophet Dana in there for protection, because she's the healer in there. So I'm not sure why they're actually suggesting to take a Water Child in, but her kit would be excellent for this for the Ragna boss. So it's not like but I would choose Fire. I've went through the first 5 with the Breeze. The first 5 are really easy. I've just been using a standard team for right now. I haven't really been focusing. I've just been using Dana, just because I always use Dana. And then I went ahead and put Durandal in there. And then I've got Jupiter, but I've got him. He's fully maxed with his skills and everything, so he's excellent debuffer. And then I've got my Fire Beast in here, Archfield Davy. And then I've got, as they suggested, a Fire Hero Dana in here. Second Advent Dana when you get her fully up. She's Prophet Dana, but then when you 60, awaken her fully and take her. You'll get the second Advent title for the child. So that's what it is. So yeah, Durandal and is in the story dungeon. Then you've got Dabby in it, and you've got Lewin in it, and then you've got Failnaught in it. So it's pretty funny. It was they definitely did a really good job planning it out and telling the story. Yeah, it's one of the more funny. There's some fighting in it, but it's not intense like the last one was. It's a lot more laid back and a lot more comical this time around as to what was going. And you get to hear a little bit more about Rufus, if you remember Rufus, who was and what his position is on why he set up a truce, a ceasefire with us, and you'll get to learn a little bit more about Rufus and Durandal and Lewin's relationship with Rufus, because they are Rufus's child, and they do whatever he says. So you get a little bit more on that interaction as to how they are with each other. So it's a really good backstory, and then they have the comedy to boot. So it just makes things pretty good. But yeah, so it's a really good story dungeon. So you definitely want to make sure you check that out as well. And then you can start humping on these bosses. So remember, do your 5 tickets from within the shop, okay? And then just start running levels. Now, as you're running the story mode, you can do any mode you want. As you know, I always suggest doing chapter 6, 7 actually. I suggest doing 7, 8, okay, and then do level 1 just because that would be the best. And the reason I suggest that is because you get fire crystals from within here, and fire crystals are needed to take your 4-star enhancement child, your level 40 enhancement childs up, so you can use them on 5-star childs. Okay, you have to use that to do them, and you can get these here just by farming that. So by farming this, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting the fire crystals that you need to upgrade your enhanced materials, and at the same time, so what you do is you click repeat, and remember to make sure that this box is checked. I've gotten several missions the last time saying that they weren't getting it, and that's because this box is not checked. You make sure this box is checked. So you have to hit retry because you want to stay on the same level. I just normally set it at about 40. I try to do, but it depends on your stamina. I have a bunch of stamina, so it's not a big deal for me. Okay, but make sure this box, if this box is not checked, it won't discover raids. It'll just keep right on going. The reason they put that box there is because you don't want to be interrupted when there's no raid going on. Ragna season, you don't want to be, of course, interrupted with all that, with the stuff that goes along with that. So by unchecking that, you won't be able to. So right now, if I wanted to run levels but not have any raids pop up, I uncheck the box. Okay, this allows you to farm without having to be bugged by the raid. Okay, because the raid, it's chance. There's no telling what level's going to throw one up. I did like 1 level, then got a raid, and I went like 5 levels with no raid, then I got a raid. It's really sporadic as to when a raid will pop up. It's a gotcha game, so it's when it's going to pop is when it pops, but it will pop, trust me. So you just set this at like 40, and you just got to keep an eye on things. And when a raid pops up, you accept the raid, go in, do it, clear it. Then the next raid, so I've already done my 5, so the next raid I get from with this will be 6. After I beat it, I resume doing this. Another one will pop, it'll be 7. Beat it, resume, another pop, it'll be 8. And just all the way through 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you get to 40, bam, you'll get beat her. Then you'll get into Slayer, and you get 5 tickets each day, so that shop will reset each day. So theoretically, in 8 days, you'll get to 40 if you don't do any of the actual running levels and forcing the raids to come up. But if you do this, you get there a lot faster. And you want to get there as fast as you can, because then you can start doing Slayer raids with your boost and start getting a bunch of Ragna coins, so that whenever you bought everything and those skins pop up, you'll be able to hit the 100,000, 200,000 coins you need to actually purchase those skins. And this allows you to get the stuff in the game. which is why this is such a nice free-to-play game. Okay, so that's what it is. So don't forget to do this, and remember this box is checked. I had several people comment on last read saying they weren't getting it, and I said make sure that box was checked. They went in and it was unchecked. So it just make sure it's checked. It should be by default checked, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you've been playing around in there before, you might have unchecked it. So just check that. But yeah, so that's what I suggest doing. 7, 8 of the first one just to get the fire gems. Okay, you get a little bit of experience. You might want to put some lower level characters in there and level them up while you're doing it. Just make sure that you switch to your raid team when the raid pops up, the Ragna raid pops up, so that you don't go into the raid on a high level Lewin with a team that's not fully leveled up and probably not the right elemental advantage too. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching the video. Go ahead and put a like on the video if you like it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on the bell, ding ding, and you'll get notified each time I drop a video. So this is Kenrir coming at you from the corner, signing out.